My name is Suket Sachdeva, and I am here again to share some of the knowledge based on my experience. Uh, I have received a couple of questions from the freshers and experienced professionals uh, about SAP. About some of the questions were like, which module is specific to me? So ultimately, there are multiple questions which I have gathered, and I have summarized 7 to 8 questions so that I can give you whatever the answer needed based on the knowledge. So there can be multiple things which you need to know when it comes to authorized SAP education. There are multiple things when it comes to the global certification or specific to any particular module. So let's go one by one to these questions. Before that, I'm going to share you my screen. So I hope uh, the agenda would be clear with that screen. So just allow me a minute. All right. I hope my screen is visible to you now. So let me just, okay. So let's proceed with the question and answer round to be very specific. And before that, myself, Suket Sachdeva, I have been into the industry from last 16 years. I'm doing now SAP projects from last couple of years. And if you want to connect with me, you can connect on this scanner. And this is my LinkedIn profile. So I am in the industry from last 16 years doing couple of projects related to robotics, related to artificial intelligence, speech science, then mobile web applications, and now a couple of projects from SAP side. So when it comes to SAP, I am doing some clientele work with implementation migration, with some AMS, with support, with licensing, and couple of things on the training and SAP global certifications. When it comes to SAP global certification and trainings, so there are a couple of webinars which I have already done, and based on that, I have received multiple queries from across the India, outside India as well. Couple of fellows are connected to me on LinkedIn, so they keep on asking these kind of questions. So I thought to make some informative video for them so that the agenda can be with you with those answers. So just giving you a little bit background on what exactly the questions have been asked. So I'm just covering the basic questions when it comes to from freshers background or it comes to the experience background. So these are a couple of queries I have summarized. Like if you are a fresher, so what module specific to you? If you are experienced, what module specific to you? If you are a fresher, so SAP suits you or not, whether you should continue as a career with SAP or not, which particular global certification is valid for particular module, then there is a myth called global certification is necessary for the job or not. So these type of summarized questions are in front of you. I hope you can see all of these questions, and let's proceed one by one to take these answers. Now, when it comes to the first question, I'm a fresher, does SAP suits me? I'm going to take that questions later on, because before that, there are multiple things which I'm going to tell you, which I'm going to share with you, so that that question will be automatically answered. And if any bit of information is needed, add on. So I'll be adding on that particular. So I'm taking from the second question onwards. Uh, from like what SAP modules are, which are the modules specific to your expertise. In my previous video, you have seen that what exactly the background history of SAP is. Now, if it comes to that kind of scenario, what is SAP, how it all emerges, how many years it's been into the market, you can just click the link so that you can view that particular video. That video is a very raw and non-edited version of the video, where I have shared some of the information based on the background history of SAP, the background knowledge on SAP, partners in their customer network and all. So you can visit that particular link so that you can get to know about the SAP and background. Let's come directly to this question. Now, what are different SAP modules? There are different SAP modules which are divided into 2 or 3 categories. Now, let me show you how it all are divided. Okay, so when it comes to the SAP modules, normally they are divided into functional and technical modules. Okay, but I have divided into 3 categories, which is functional, technical, and techno-functional. Now, uh, just to share you what exactly the difference is. The difference is very much similar, like the technical one is for the developers. So the role of the developer is, if you are having a technical background, you can go ahead with that kind of role, which is on the technical front to handle all you can say the development work. So that is kind of role we are talking about on the technical modules. There are 2 major technical modules, which is ABAP and BASIS. ABAP is Advanced Business Application Programming Language, which is the backbone of SAP systems. Now, giving you some background history, like if you are having a background of computer science, you are having a knowledge on SAP coding side or database side, so then you should choose for technical module, which is very much in demand. So ABAP is the backbone for the coding person, and you can go ahead with the ABAP and go as a developer in the market. On the basis side, if in case you are having a technical background, analytical mind, and you do some of the like networking kind of things or system administration kind of thing, so you can move ahead with the basis module. Then there are UI5, some Fiori, some more modules are there in technical. And if you are from non-technical background, you don't have any coding expertise, you don't know what exactly the coding is, you should choose the functional module. Now, the functional modules are divided into several categories, like logistic management or supply chain management, then to finance and controlling, and then to HR side. So on finance and controlling, you can see there is a module called FICO. Now, here is a another thing which you need to know. When we say FICO, FICO is comprises of 2 particular modules, FI and CO. FI is financial accounting, whereas CO is management accounting, okay, which we say as controlling. FI is having a different set of, you can say, syllabus as per SAP, and different set of certification exam. So in case you are from the BCom or MCom side or financial background side, so you can go ahead with FI module, which is like FI on HANA, and you can go ahead with that kind of certification along with that. In case you are going ahead with the CA, or you can go on the costing part, cost analysis, cost estimation, costing part is there. So then you should choose the controlling, which is management accounting module. So key CO on HANA would be there. On HR side, there are 2 different categories. One is HCM and success factors. HCM is human capital management. When you want to know the basic of all the HR operations and everything around the SAP HR side, so you should go ahead with the HCM, which is on ECC, and you can say on-premise solution is there. And in case you want to move ahead with the payroll segment, so payroll is also connected to HCM. So that is kind of a scenario in case you want to go over a basic HR or payroll with HCM. And in case you want to go ahead with the latest module, which is success factors, there are multiple modules on the cloud side, which is like onboarding, platform, recruitment management. Then there is a employee central, which is the most basic and demanding module. So these kind of modules are there in HR. Now the 3 modules which I have not spoken, which is mentioned on the top, SD, MM, and PP. So these are sales and distribution, material management, production planning. They come under the umbrella of supply chain management, or you can say logistic management. So you can choose as a non-technical module on from these particular modules as well. We'll see in the next slide, if you are from the different education background, what module you should choose. Then later on, because if you want to groom in SAP career, so you should not stick to one particular module. You should groom and add on the knowledge on the other modules as well. So that is why the techno-functionals modules are there, with ABAP, with HR, or ABAP with SD, or any other particular module. So, and along with that, there is a business intelligence, business warehouse. So these kind of modules are there later on. So that is the basic idea what exactly the modules are in SAP. Now coming to next, what kind of module is suitable to you? I somehow in the previous slide only I have spoken a little bit on, like, if you are having a backbone of coding side, you should choose the ABAP or basis kind of thing. In case you are from the BTech, MTech, or you can say science, BSc kind of thing, or if you want to go ahead with like uh, different stream of MBA, so you can choose from the PP, SD, or MM, which is the logistic management. It's suitable to your background history of the education. And similarly, the BCom or MCom or any financial people who are having commerce background, who are having a knowledge on the accountings, ledgers, AR, AP, or profit and loss, or you can say on the financial side, credit, debit. So if you are having that kind of knowledge and education background, you should choose definitely FICO module. Okay, so these all are modules, if you say, they come on HANA as of now. So it's a kind of PP on HANA, MM on HANA, FICO on HANA, or SD on HANA. But when it comes to ABAP, now what happens? ABAP was earlier ECC to now HANA, but now SAP has published like ABAP on HANA exam is going to vanish from SAP website. So in case anyone who is looking ahead for SAP ABAP on HANA global certification exam, you should do it as soon as possible, because March 28, 2024 is the last date to opt for this particular exam. The new exam, which is already being introduced by SAP, is ABAP Cloud. So that is called ABAP Cloud Backend Developer as an ABAP. So let me just show you on the real-time scenario, because we should have the interactive way of understanding as well. So let me just show you how you can check which module is there. Okay, so you might have seen there is a site training.sap.com, which is the official website of SAP. Now you can go to the global certification and list of valid certifications. Now if you click on this, you can see the first exam, which is a web cloud backend developer. So this is already been added by SAP. Now if you just see soon to expire certifications, so that means you can see all of these certifications are going to expire. So on the bottom you can see ABAP on HANA and ABAP on HANA 18, they both are going to expire on March 28, 2024. So in case you guys are looking for ABAP on HANA, so don't uh, go for it now on, because ABAP on cloud is going on. In case you are already taken training, in case you are thinking about to get the global certification, do it as soon as possible. Okay, so let's come with that note on the next question. Okay, so before that, just wanted to share what kind of career you can choose after choosing this particular module. So there are different segment which you can choose as a career option. So you can work with SAP, you can work with SAP partners and customers. You can see that particular detailing in my previous video as well. And you can work as an these kind of roles. So you can work as a developer, you can technical side, and you can work as a consultant on the functional side. On both the side, you can have a variety of roles to operate. You can work as a junior consultant, technical or functional, to technical consultant, senior consultant, team lead, freelancer, trainer, or principal consultant or platform consultant or as a solution architect or as a senior uh, technical consultant or functional consultant kind of thing. So these are different roles which you can play in any particular organization. Okay, so SAP is an advantage to your profile. So think about it. You can work as a consultant, you can work as a shadow consultant, you can work as a sales pre-sales person, you can work as a remote consultant, you can work as a trainer. So there are multiple things you can play a role with SAP as a backbone. Okay, so with that, let us go ahead with the next question, which is SAP global certification necessary for any job or not? Okay, so I'm giving you very weird example, like in case there are two companies, they are going to hire. Okay, for example, XYZ company and ABC company, they are both global MNCs and they are going to hire and based on the same criteria. Think about it. If ABC and XYZ, two companies are hiring and they mention like we need 60% on the basic communication attitude should be good, or throughout the percentage should be 60% kind of thing. Everything is same. You can apply on the both jobs, correct? Now think about it. If company ABC, they mention that we need only trained and certified candidates. Now what happens in case you don't have global certification in hand? That means you cannot apply on these particular jobs. Okay, so that means you can apply on only single company. That means you are lowering down your chances. Okay, so there are multiple jobs available, and nowadays SAP global certification gives you authenticity that you are SAP certified. Okay, this gives you authenticity to use SAP logo in your resume. This gives you authenticity to use SAP badge on LinkedIn profile. So that automatically generate a trust in the recruiter's mind that this person has studied SAP and spent a quality time to understand SAP syllabus as per SAP guidelines, and they have cleared the global certification exam. So that is why the SAP global certification is necessary. I have received a couple of inquiries, or you can say staffing or freshers requirement from global MNCs. HCL is there, Tech Mahindra is there, Minda, Boat, Accenture, Infosys. They all require SAP global certification. Okay, so there are companies who don't require global certification, but adding global certification to your profile is like feather in your cap. So why not to add that? Okay, so this is your global certification. Your profile is add on with the global certification. Think about it. Now there is a AI in market. Okay, so every company, if they received for a particular job, they receive thousands of resume. How your resume will uplift? Only with some add-on values. Suppose you are consultant. Okay, so thousands of profiles are there. How the recruiters will define that which profile is better or not? So automatically AI will segregate those. In case they see that only 50 people are having SAP logo on their resume, that means they are having global certification. So that means there are chances that these resumes are getting selected. There are higher chances to get selected on global certification. So that means global certification is necessary or no, it is up to you. But if you are having global certification, that will be add-on value to you. This is the slide where you can see that out of 5 lakh trained individual who take trainings of SAP every year, there are only 4,20,000 people who took global certifications. Okay, so out of 5 lakh, don't not every 5 lakh people, I mean, not each and every people is going for a global certification, but now this is keep on increasing because the demand and the requirement from the MNCs, they specifically mention that we need trained and certified candidates. Another advantage, if you are sitting in any corner of the country, suppose you are sitting in London, or you are sitting in New Delhi, or you are sitting in Canada, you are doing the global certification. The same global certification which you have completed is valid in 188 countries. So it is not the global certification, it is the trust which is generating among the MNCs that this person is authentic and having the trustworthy knowledge. Okay, so that is the value of global certification. Along with that global certification, you have the job security, you have the attractive pay packages. Now think about it, if any person is on the same job is getting hired without global certification and with global certification, there are chances that global certification is the person is getting more salary. Okay, I have seen a basic package, if it is 4 to 6 lakhs, so there are chances for global certification it is 5 to 8 lakh. So these kind of scenarios I have already seen. Okay, so with that note, let's come to the next question, which is how to find SAP Authorized Training Center. Now, this is a big question. I mean, many of you are not aware about what kind of SAP education is there. So you should always trust on SAP. If you are talking about SAP, don't trust on any entity. So how you can check whether any entity or any company or any training institute is authorized or not? You can check it by yourself. You can follow these steps and check one by one at how this is going to be. So let me show you live how you can check global certification, or sorry, SAP Authorized Training Institutes. Okay, to check SAP Authorized Training Institute, you can go to sap.com, which is the official website of SAP again. Now, when you open this website, you can see the partner tab over here. On this partner tab, go to partner overview and then find SAP partner. Once you click this, you'll see a blue button over here, search SAP partner finder. Click on this. You'll see the 5 tabs over here. Now location, you can mention any particular location like India, I have mentioned. Okay, so done, and just leave everything blank. Now you can put here the partner name after searching from Google. So in case you have searched from Google, like 10 companies names are coming, you can put each name one by one on this particular partner name and then click show result. You will see whether that company is partner or not. For example, I'm just looking because you are taking the training and education. So let's focus industry be higher education or in training kind of. Okay, education. Now, if I select this particular, so there are 66 companies in India which are showing as a partner network. If I click on search, you will see all of these names are coming on the partner side. So these all are companies which you can see that are partner of SAP. They can be present anywhere. Okay, so you can click on any particular company and you can see that if that company is a partner of SAP or not. So that is how you can check the authenticity of any company giving you education and certification from SAP. Any partner company will follow SAP protocols. So that means if you follow these companies, obviously their fees would be a little higher, but ultimately they are giving you authenticity. They are giving you SAP partnership tag, because ultimately you are getting the knowledge on SAP. So you should follow the rules of regulation from SAP side. So they follow rules and protocols from SAP. They make you registered at SAP. Authorized company can register you at SAP. SAP learning material will be delivered to you directly. SAP global certification will be there with you, and SAP career portal, which is the actually crux. Why you are taking SAP training? Because of getting job in SAP. So SAP authorized companies, when they register you at SAP, SAP gives you their career portal access from where you can apply on the jobs available. Okay, so that is the authenticity. If you see, now let's come to the next question now. Okay, so the next question is, will your existing experience count in SAP or not? Okay, So how it all happened? I have a couple of candidates and couple of students with me who are having 2 years of experience, 5 years of experience, 10 years of experience. And some of them are working as an end user in SAP. If you are working as an end user, you can mention that SAP experience in end user. If you are working as a consultant, you can mention your existing experience as a consultant. In case you don't work for any SAP segment, whatever the experience you are having, for SAP, you are a fresher, but ultimately that experience will be counted as a domain experience. Ultimately, before fresher and comparison to that fresher, you are having the upper value. So that means this will be trained, certified fresher with domain experience. So ultimately, a little bit value addition. You know the in and out of the business process. You know the corporate ethics. You know the how the corporate mailings and everything work. How the business processes are running on that particular domain. For example, if you are working in say for finance person, if you are working in any other ERP or Tele or Vesi or any, so you have that kind of a scenario where the processes are clear to you. Okay, so that is added value. So that is will be treated as a domain experience, not SAP experience. Okay, don't make any false or any uh, wrong experience in your resume, because ultimately it will backfire you. So you should be mentioning a clear resume where you can mention a very clear indicators like this percentage of experience is SAP, non-SAP, end user, or domain experience. All right. Let's come to the next question with that note. What are the salaries offered for SAP freshers? Okay, so salaries are depending on company to company basis. There are a lot of MNCs, they pay packages from 3 to 4 LPA, 3 to 4.5 LPA. There are companies who pay 5 to 7 LPA, 6 to 8 LPA, depending on company to company and nature of business. Okay, so just giving you a little bit background on the comparison side, this is the average salary of SAP. Okay, so now SAP salary, you can start with the lower package, no issues in that. But because if you step into SAP, SAP gives you very good hikes. Spending 3 years down the line with SAP can uplift your career to 10 to 15 lakhs, whereas no other technology is giving that much value addition. Okay, so there are higher salary, there are facts and stats available on the market where you can see that there are 40 to 50% higher salary than fresher on the other stream. So if you are having SAP as a backbone knowledge, there are chances that you are getting more and good handsome salary. You can search these figures on naukri.com, monster.com, or LinkedIn, or any other job sites. You can see the comparison between salaries of different uh, for freshers. So that means salary for non-SAP compared to SAP is higher. Okay, so a non-SAP will get a little bit low salary on that side. Where all you can apply immediately. Okay, so before that, our first question, which was like, I'm a fresher, does SAP suits me? So I'm going to cover that before you can apply, because ultimately everything will be covered thereafter. So as a fresher, now you had you known to a little bit background of SAP. You can see my video previously, which is explaining each and every bit of SAP background here, how it all emerged. So as a SAP will just getting your profile uplifted. So that means if you are having the SAP knowledge, there are chances to get hired in these kind of global MNCs. There are chances that you have extra in value addition in your profile. There are chances that you are opening the door for these MNCs. So why not as a fresher you can step in? Okay, so that means in your last year of BCA, MCA, or BCom, MCom, or BTech, you can step into SAP so that you get knowledge of SAP along with your last semester or last year, and immediately job ready when you graduate. Or immediately after graduating, you can also step into these kind of trainings and global certification, because it will hardly take 2 to 3 months to get into SAP trained and certified SAP. So go for it without any doubt. Okay. And why should go ahead with SAP? I'm just showing you another example. See, earlier there were ECC. So now everything is on HANA. So what exactly ECC and HANA is very different. I mean, basic, you can say difference. ECC was like ERP central component, which was used to fetch data from the different databases like Oracle or any third party database. Now with the time, uh, SAP has developed their high analytical application database, which is their inbuilt in-house database. Okay, so that is why now they are asking every company to go to HANA. Now, if you see SAP ECC end date, if you put this statement over here, this search, so SAP is going to ECC, they are finishing their support by 2027. So that means it is high time for you to get into SAP and get the job, because this is there are, I think the stat says 25 to 30,000 companies still running on ECC. They have to migrate to HANA. So that means they are not going to migrate in 2027 only. They are already started. They have already started. They are already migrating to HANA. So this 2024, 2025 is the golden time if you want to step into SAP as a education. So don't think, just step into this kind of education. Ultimately, this is giving you wings for these kind of global MNCs. All right. So this was a basic. I have also searched something for you, like key difference between ECC and HANA. So you can go ahead with this blog of SAP, which is showing you the ECC and HANA difference. So I'll be putting this link in this video, you can say description. You can search this description and you can see what all the ECC is, what is SAP HANA is, and what exactly the difference. If you see a common difference, there's a table down there which is showing you that will be maintained through 2027 only ECC. So SAP is already saying that, and this is maintained, you promise, for 2040 at least. Can be run on different databases, can be run only on HANA. So this is a GUI based interface, whereas it is having the Fiori, which is the latest version of, and which can be customized and improved experience. And on the financial side, logistics side, there are multiple differences are there. So you can go ahead and study all of these, what exactly ECC and HANA, background history, background knowledge, everything. So I'll be putting this particular link in the description box. All right. And now let's come to the our last question of the evening, which is where can you apply immediately? And these are some of the companies industries segment. You can apply in any industries on the aerospace, defense, service provider, or retail, or higher education, high tech, or professional services, utilities, pharmaceuticals, retail, oil and gas, chemical, mining. All of these companies are hiring on SAP when it comes to the global MNCs. Some of the examples you can participate in these jobs. Some of the examples you can participate in these jobs. And how immediately you can apply, because everybody is not like familiar to you. So there are, I have received a couple of requests from HCL, from Tech Mahindra, from Capgemini, from Infosys. They're hiring immediately on freshers. I have a couple of requests from Minda, from ONGC, but ONGC you cannot participate directly because you have to go through the tender. So backend company, any like any third-party service provider company, you have to apply for that, like who is SAP partner and can supply them manpower. There are companies like Minda, Motherson Sumi, or these all companies are hiring. So if you are having SAP knowledge, you can apply on these companies immediately. Okay, so just giving you SAP global opportunities summarized with this slide. Like they are having 65 to 60%, 68% of market share. That means they are above all. They are the market leader when it comes to SAP. There are 450,000 plus customers spread across 188 countries. There are 21,000 plus partner network in SAP. So that is the scenario. Go ahead, and there are 13 million plus SAP certified professionals. Get your name among those professionals, and you will get you will not regret this. You will get a good career ahead. 20 years down the line, you will be thanking yourself to choosing this kind of career. So this is kind of getting into SAP hiring and retiring policy. Okay, so that was all. Just exciting career ahead with global certification and SAP knowledge. You are having 35 to 40% of higher salaries, stable career, job promotions, and everything lined up with you. With that note, I'll be coming up with a couple of more questions and answers. In case you have any particular question which you want to ask, like for our they keep on asking like what exactly next. So you can go ahead with the supply chain management, EWM or Ariba. So that kind of scenarios we'll be discussing in next set of question answer round. And with that note, thank you. Thank you all. And you can connect me with LinkedIn and state your questions, or you can put down any questions in this comment box. All right. So keep liking my videos and sharing your love with me. Thank you all. Thank you.